Go away, you Biff.
Biff?
Go away.
Why?
Because I'm busy and I haven't got time for people like you.
You call me a f***ing Biff?
I called you a Biff.
What for?
Because you're a Biff.
Why though?
No, go away because I'm busy.
I just went like that.
Somebody. Yeah, I know, you know me now. So go away.
What are you going to do about it?
Go away, you.
Don't call me a f***ing Biff. I'm not a football lad.
Away.
I'm not going anywhere, I'm on a public footpath. You f***ing Biff. Miss, he called me a f***ing Biff and he's a sergeant.
Okay, we just didn't...
I'm not a football lad. I'm not a football lad.
Right.
He called me a f***ing Biff.
Okay, are you okay to just...
Can you tell me... No, I'm not. I'm getting a train.
Right, okay then.
Can you tell me what police force he's from? Please,
Let's
miss.
see what force we are here and we can't...
I don't know, but what... No, is it Blackburn? Is it Preston?
Lancashire Police.
No, but what...
I can't tell you you've already done the photograph anyway.
What the...
Section 5 makes it an offense to use threatening, abusive, or insulting words or behavior in a way that could cause someone harassment, alarm, or distress. In this case, the sergeant's language not only breaks professional standards, it could even be considered criminal. Hearing that kind of insult from an officer is especially distressing. What makes it worse is how the sergeant reacts when the auditor repeats the insult in shock. Instead of correcting himself or apologizing, he proudly confirms it. Asterisk, I called you an effing Biff. Asterisk, that shows this wasn't an accident. It was intentional, showing contempt rather than professionalism. An officer speaking like this damages public trust and violates the College of Policing's Code of Ethics, which requires respect and impartiality. And the fact that this came from a sergeant, someone expected to set the example, makes it even more disgraceful.
We're just dealing with...
I know, but you weren't dealing with anybody when I was at the side of the van.
Okay.
He called me a f***ing Biff. Why?
Come on,
To me now,
just the police.
I've had a very, very long day.
Yeah.
I'm very busy. I'm very tired.
Yeah.
I've still got a long time to go on this shift. And
Yeah.
the last thing I need is people like you coming to the side of my police van, pulling stupid faces when I've got stuff to do. I am a very busy man. Clearly,
Can I pull stupid
if you wish
faces?
to make a complaint about me, fill your boot. But I've had enough.
What
and I need
station
you to go
what
away
station are you based at?
now. Blackburn.
Blackburn?
Yes. All right.
Right.
Thank you very much. You've had your fun now. Please, will you leave?
No,
me
I'm catching a train.
Right, we'll go and get a train then.
Serious, Constable?
Yeah.
Are you a sergeant?
Yes, go and get a train. If you want a train.
That's unwanted contact, that.
You're going to finish with getting arrested. You're going to
there, but he's a police officer.
I don't want to get arrested. No, I know.
Go then, just go.
Stop pushing me in my back, please. I'm not a football fan. I'm not a football fan. Sergeant, that is pure that.
There's no need for this, isn't it?
That is pure that. What you did to me then.
The situation gets even worse when the sergeant physically pushes the auditor. Officers must only use force when it is necessary, reasonable, and proportionate. Here, the auditor was calm, unthreatening, and simply challenging the sergeant's behavior. Pushing him in that moment could amount to common assault under Section 39 of the Criminal Justice Act 1988. Sergeant's final remark, asterisk, if you wish to make a complaint about me, fill your boots, asterisk, shows pure arrogance. It reflects a belief that rank protects him from consequences. Rather than de-escalate or own his actions, the sergeant tries to hide behind his authority, acting as if accountability doesn't apply to him.
Walk the train station.
Did you witness the pushing?
I've not witnessed any pushing, no.
You didn't witness the pushing?
We're just removing you from the area because we...
I'm going on a train. I'm going on a train.
But why are you not walking? Come on.
Why would he use that language to me though? Please, miss.
Come on.
You are currently live to hundreds of people, sir.
Your behaviour towards police officers today has been nothing but disgraceful.
Disgraceful? I've got it all on record. I've got it all on record. I got it all on record. Public order offence. You call me a Biff. Did you call me a Biff? Did you call me a Biff?
Pull faces towards the police.
Pull a face. That's what I do to kids. That's what I do to kids. You call me a Biff, and I've got it all on camera. Sergeant 75, you will be disgraced, sir.
The sergeant's excuse is almost ridiculous. He claims the auditor making faces justified the swearing and pushing. That's childish and completely unsupported by law. No officer is allowed to lose control just because someone looks at them a certain way, especially not a senior one. Irony is painful. He accuses the auditor of disgraceful behavior while he himself is the one swearing, pushing, and refusing to apologize. The auditor stayed vocal but non-violent. The sergeant behaved aggressively and then tried to blame the victim. It's a clear attempt to avoid accountability by shifting blame onto the auditor.
Harassing my officers.
Harassing your officers?
I'm seeing people a little bit upset when you're speaking to them.
Do you know why they're upset? Because I've caught them out calling me a f***ing biff, and I've got the evidence to back that up. Would you endorse that sort of language?
I'm not going to comment on what other people have said.
So if I called you a f***ing biff now, how would you react to that?
I'm quite offended the fact that you
Would you arrest me for that?
sworn on the railway, which is contrary to a bylaw 8, so I suggest you
And I would not do that, sir.
have.
No, I've told you what he said.
Sworn.
No, I told you what he said.
It doesn't matter because you swore.
The real problem here is the twisting of facts. The auditor wasn't insulting anyone. He was clearly giving an example of what the first sergeant had said. But instead of acknowledging this, the second sergeant claims it's a breach of Railway Bylaw 8 for swearing on railway property. This shows a deliberate attempt to flip the blame. Rather than address the first sergeant's unprofessional conduct, the second sergeant tries to pin everything on the auditor. It's dishonest and unfair. Worse, it shows a protect our own mentality. Instead of holding each other accountable, they manipulate the situation to shield a fellow officer. It's not just poor policing, it's calculated.
What, by repeating one of your... Can I report a crime to you?
You can absolutely report a crime.
Well, I want to report a crime to you. One of your constables called me a f***ing biff.
Right.
Right? Sergeant 75.
Well, that's not a constable, that's a sergeant.
Well, it's still a crime. I'm repeating his words. I haven't said them. I'm saying what he said to me.
Yeah, well, you then said, what if I called you?
So I'm asking you what in return.
You have sworn without referencing another person.
Well, can I just tell you this, sir? Just spin this here. We're live to a lot of people right now,
I'm really
right?
bothered about that.
So therefore, just be careful where you go with
Do you
this.
understand that the railway bylaws?
I know the bylaws, but they haven't. None of the British Transport Police have asked me to leave.
It's a constable.
A British Transport Constable, not a Lancashire Police Constable.
No, you're misunderstanding the law. It says the word constable. Constable can enforce a bylaw. Yes, the BT can have primacy, however a constable can enforce a bylaw. You are currently, by swearing, acting in an unacceptable manner.
Oh, so here we go, guys. Another tyrant here. He's just said that I am swearing by merely repeating a sergeant's words. That's what I was doing. I wasn't swearing. No. Listen, Constable. So you are not. You can't. No. I asked you a question. I asked you a question, Constable. You're a sergeant as well. So is this how sergeants go down? I swore. I asked you, how would you feel if I called you that? Right? So I won't repeat it again because I don't use that language. I don't use that language.
Using that language towards me. I do appreciate it.
I don't, because it weren't directed at you. He directed it at me.
Then what I'd advise you, if you've got evidence, is ring 101 and make a complaint.
I want to make a complaint to you now.
Investigate another sergeant. You'd be saying rank with me. So what I would suggest is
Oh, you can't investigate another sergeant. He's same rank. That's corrupt. That.
The second sergeant accidentally exposes the truth when he says, *, I can't investigate another sergeant. He's the same rank as me. *, that statement reveals an unwritten rule inside the ranks. Officers don't investigate each other. The auditor is absolutely right to call that corrupt. This mentality destroys impartiality. Rank should never determine whether a complaint gets investigated. Every officer has a duty to handle complaints properly, regardless of who they're about. By admitting he won't investigate a colleague because they're equal in rank, the sergeant proves the auditor's point. It's not about justice, it's about protection.
I will be doing it in my own time. I asked you a question. I wasn't swearing at you, and you know that, Constable.
However, the second time,
You know I wasn't swearing at you.
swearing in general way.
But do you know what? If there's no member of public making that complaint, if there wasn't a person in the hearing of sight of that verbal, well, you haven't got a complaint of it. So there you go.
I need a complaint.
You do, because you can't be offended by that word.
But I'm not talking
That
about
might be in my vocabulary.
public order. I'm talking about the bylaws.
Bylaws for the train station. So no British Transport Police Constable has asked me to leave this, which is accessible from all members of public until you get to that door.
Private property.
It's not up. It's up until you go into them doors.
No, you're
Well,
misunderstanding.
you ask a British Transport Constable, here now.
This is part of the railway.
I spoke to a British Transport Constable and he has no problem with me being here, and you do, and you're Lancashire Police.
I have got a problem, so you're swearing.
I'm not swearing. I asked you a question, sir, on your sergeant's words.
You sworn.
The sergeant clearly knows the auditor isn't swearing at him but simply repeating the earlier insult. Instead of acknowledging this, he pretends the auditor is being abusive. It's a deliberate tactic to make the auditor look like the problem. While refusing to accept that the words were a quote, he tries to put the auditor on the defensive and distract from the original misconduct. It's dishonest and designed to invalidate a legitimate complaint. This constant deflection shows that the sergeant is more concerned with protecting himself and his colleague than dealing with the truth.
Seriously?
Well, did you not?
I swore. Is that a public order offence?
I'm not saying it is. Have I said that? Have I said the word?
Well, what are you repeating it for then?
What?
Do you know
What I'm saying-
Section 5 public order needs to be abusive and threatening in its nature?
have
Have
I-
I abused you or threatened you?
Have I mentioned Section 5 of the Public Order Act?
Well, what law are you trying to stop me from using that word?
Bylaw 8 of the Railway Bylaws
Yeah.
incorporates unacceptable behaviour.
Yeah.
Including
That's right.
swearing on the railway.
There you go. And I asked you a question about your sergeant who directed them words at me. I've got the evidence that I never use them words. I never use them words at him. He used them words at me. And I'm asking you if that's acceptable for your sergeant to call me something biff. I will not use that word again if you don't want me
No, I
to.
find it quite offensive if you do.
The hypocrisy is obvious. The sergeant calls the word offensive when the auditor repeats it, but says nothing when his colleague uses the exact same word against a member of the public. When the auditor explains what was said, suddenly the word is unacceptable. This double standard shows clear bias. The officers bend the rules to protect each other while attacking the auditor for repeating something said to him. It's not about the word, it's about shielding fellow officers and controlling the narrative.
I find it offensive that he directed that word at me.
Then I suggest you ring 101, who will take your...
Well, you're not looking good, Sergeant, because you're absolutely... Because I'm asking you a question.
You're asking me to take a complaint.
No, I'm asking you a question on what your sergeant said to me, and you're saying that I'm guilty of the thing that he said to me.
I don't know what he said, I was not...
You tried to get me off this property for using a word that your sergeant said to me. Did you just try to get me to leave here for that word?
To leave the railway station.
Well, you have no law to say that. I'm walking in my capability. Bye. See, there you go, guys. Absolute corrupt.
As the encounter ends, the auditor finally exposes the sergeant's hypocrisy. He's being removed for using the same word another sergeant used against him. Realizing he has no answer, the sergeant tells the driver to move the vehicle, clearly trying to escape the conversation. From beginning to end, the first sergeant acted out of arrogance, swearing at the auditor, calling him an effing biff, doubling down instead of apologizing, and even pushing him. This wasn't a mistake, it was a clear abuse of authority. The second sergeant's response was equally troubling. Instead of addressing the misconduct, he twisted the situation, accused the auditor of swearing, and even refused to investigate because the officer was the same rank. Both sergeants showed the same behavior: protect each other, shift blame, and avoid accountability. The offensive language and unnecessary force were bad enough, but the refusal to admit fault and the attempt to blame the auditor made the situation far worse. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And don't forget to check out Reggie, his channel link is in the description. Thanks for watching.